Well, hello there. Great person. Good to see you or good to see you back. Today we are gonna react to the first trailer of Dune. I've seen the second one, and there were quite some lovely people who told me that, yeah, I should watch the first one and that it seems to be quite an epic series. And I bought the books, and I'm planning my review on the of the books. Well, planning, I already did a short reaction of yeah, looking at the book cover and stuff like that. So before. Um, but yeah, I don't know anything about this other than what the people in the comments told me. So thanks to the lovely people in the comments from my last trailer reaction, which were Joseph Mleko, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. And I know it's not your real name, but yeah, thanks you a lot. And yeah, also thanks to Damien Rives, Vincent Aubrey, KSN, and Retrospect. You all did quite a good job in getting me really interested in this series. And yeah, I mean, I'm a sci-fi fan. I mean, I'm also a horror fan, but I'm also a great sci-fi fan, and I haven't read sci-fi in a long time. And yeah, this looks great, and I've pulled up this picture here. I don't know who that is, but I just googled Dune Desert Planet, and this is gonna be something I will probably experience in the following weeks. So yeah, let's just get into the trailer, and let's see what this one has for us. Yeah, so what do we have? It's from Warner Brothers, and yeah, the director seems to be quite a fan. And let's see what they've got for us. Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay. And it's full glory.
There's something happening to me. There's something awakening in my mind. I can't control it.
What did you see?
There's a crusade coming.
Crusade.
Do you often dream things that happen just as you dreamed them?
Yes.
That looks
The
beautiful.
test is simple. Remove your hand from the box, and you die.
What's in the box?
Pain.
It looks
You inherit too much power.
nasty.
You have proven you can rule yourself.
Ah, that's those
Now you
shields.
must
Yeah.
learn to rule others. Something none of your ancestors learned.
My father rules an entire planet.
He's losing it.
Ah, interesting. So he's
He's getting a richer one.
He'll lose that one too.
that's how that goes mostly. Yeah.
Arrakis is a death trap.
Kill him.
The Slugman again.
An extermination. They're
Ooh, that
picking
looks
my
cool.
family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
Ooh, good Jason Momoa action.
An animal caught in a trap will gnaw off its own leg to escape. What will you do?
That box is interesting.
I know you.
Ah, the visuals. Wow, it's just incredible.
One day,
What was he doing?
the legend will be born.
Ooh, what?
All of civilization depends on it.
The future. I can see it.
Ooh. Oh, okay, future sight.
I must not fear.
That looked yeah, that looked painful. Was that okay?
Fear is the mind killer.
Oh, that's the dust I saw on the cover.
Lord Duke.
Where the fear is gone, only I will remain.
What is? Oh, it's the worm thingy. Well, that's big. That is so cool. Wow, yeah, that is very intriguing. Something else? No. Oh. Oh, that's the one we already saw. I'll just yeah. Wow. So, first impressions. I like this one more. I loved the other one as well, but this one I like this one more. So yeah, so this the person in the background here seems to be this guy, Paul. I think I read that on the cover, Paul something, and he seems to be. I think they said a lot in the last trailer, but he might also be ruling a planet, or I mean, his father ruled a planet apparently. So interesting that a planet ruler wouldn't be a king or something like that. You know, interesting. So he seems to be the so and yeah. So wow, that's a lot to digest. But yeah, let's just look at it again in its full glory. And yeah, I was quite sorry that I did not read that much because I was quite intrigued and I wanted to absorb everything there was. So, okay, let's go through this like the last one. Legendary pictures. So this is our main character who has, and that's interesting as well, he seems to see events that are happening at the moment. And it's obviously not exactly in the moment because, you know, you have problem with relativity and stuff like that. But I mean, if it's on another planet, it's not instant. But yeah, it's okay. It might be instant if it's yeah, whatever. I will talk about that in the book review. I've got a good theory scientifically on what this is, but yeah, let's see what I if I guess that correctly. But yeah, so he sees things in the present, and let's put this away. He also sees things in the future. So this also is interesting because what does that mean? Does he see a future that is malleable, or does he see a future that is predetermined? Always interesting. Always interesting. Perhaps he just sees possibilities. Let's see. I really liked him in the end, and I already have the feeling that he will have quite an interesting amount of character development. I was a bit skeptic in the last reaction about the depth of the characters, and in this one, I got the feeling that he develops because in the beginning he was this a bit. Perhaps he was sheltered, but that's probably just an assumption I'm making because he's nobility, as far as I've understood it. But he is on the planet and he has the tube, which is obviously from the tribe, as you told me, and so he has to go there and he has to adapt there to the environment and perhaps to the culture of that tribe, where he meets that girl that he's almost kissing. So I'm curious there as well. Will they love each other? Is that just a ritual thing, or is it? How does she feel about him? How does he really feel about her? Because it might just be a destiny connection and nothing more, and they kind of try it and whatever. Where was I? So much to talk about. So yeah, let's just go through the trailer. Oh yeah, the character development. In the end, he really looked like a warlord a bit when he was telling about, I don't know what he was talking about, but we will get there. But yeah, so his character development, I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued. So yeah, and she's from the tribe on that planet, Arrakis. Aradis? I don't know. I'm sorry. Haven't yet learned that name. Yeah, here. I know that's her. She's got the tube where they, and you told me it's for containing most the biggest possible amount of liquids, because it's obviously a desert planet, and you don't want to starve or yeah. This one, I'm interested about this one. How will their relationship be? And yeah, it's like, you know, it's often that they have this, oh, okay, we see each other in visions, and then are we connected? Do we fit to each other in the way that we have to do something together? Or is it okay if we are together? You know, if they have a real love relationship, or will they be good friends, or are they brother and sister? If we want to go that down that road, which is a cliche, but as considering the things I've heard about this series, it's not going to be a cliche, and if it's going to be a cliche, it's the thing that has founded that cliche for the first time. So yeah, interesting there. And yeah, we will probably see. I'm sorry, Star Wars fans of the new movies, but we'll probably see a better developed relationship between a boy and a girl than what we had in whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna bash on that. So yeah, here. There's fish. Is that a fish? Can't really make it out. Or a monster? Oh yeah, there. So there's a planet, a moon, a planet or a moon. That's interesting. I'd like to take a closer look, but I can't. Because, yeah, the light is quite blinding. So we will have something to look at when we review the movie one day. And yes, so everything is burning. There are spaceships. I'm curious about their explanation of anti-gravity. Or is it just propulsion? You know, it's always interesting. And yeah, there. There is this training he has. And I'm not sure if it's a normal training, because I think she asked him about the girl in the dream. And yeah, this is a strange test, and he finds pain in the box. And yeah, that actor, mate, I think he's got a great road ahead of him. Really good. So yeah, there's Denis Villeneuve. I'm sorry, I don't speak French, even though France is our neighbor here. And that as well, that looks so beautiful. You know, it's this, okay, I'm a bit here. This lightning storm, I love shots like this where it's, you know, it's obviously a real shot, I think. And then you have these elements of CGI in here. That's great. This is great visuals. Yeah, the box of pain. What might be in the box? Yeah, and this seems to be a test. I'm curious about that. I'm not gonna speculate on that because I want to experience that in the book. So it's obviously painful having your hand inside, and the only thing I'm wondering is that real pain, or is that, you know, mental pain in a way, because he seems to be psychic or psionic or whatever, and I don't know how they call it in this series, and yeah, that might, yeah, he might experience a dark future or all dark futures at once or whatever. I don't know. And yeah, the spaceships. I'm also curious to get a better look at the spaceships, because I love spaceship design. Yeah, and the shields. I have not yet. So the shields work in a way that you can. I don't know if it's always like that, or if you even can change that so they only let things pass at a certain velocity. So if you attack, you have to be slow, and if you defend, you have to be quick, because relative movement, which is a genius idea, by the way. Yeah, interesting. I wonder how that would work though in reality. I hope there is at least a sci-fi explanation in the books or in the movie, because I really like stuff like this. And even if it's science magic, I don't care. This is such a very, very good thought through concept. And yeah, you told me as well that this is the reason why they don't fire guns and why they have ground battles, because if you hit the shield with a gun, it will explode and wipe out the whole continent. I'm exaggerating, but it's very, very bad, and they are training. And this is a beautiful shot. Yeah, and he looks into the distance. And this was about his father. Seemed to be a warlord, perhaps, and his father. That was interesting as well. So it was like, what did she ask him? Yeah, let's listen to that again. Actually, something about his bigger planet.
Ancestors learned.
My father rules an entire planet.
My father rules an entire planet, so he's powerful, and I know he's not a king. I know he's Lord, Duke, whatever. I will find it out later, but
He's losing it.
so he's losing his planet. And it's not the desert planet. He has to go to the desert planet to save his planet in the way that his planet needs saving, as in perhaps there's a rebellion that's really nasty, because rebellions always are really nasty, even though they're romanticized a lot, which is also fine because you have to have rebellion to counter tyranny, and you have to have structure to counter chaos, as in government to counter chaos. So it's always a cycle, and yeah. So yeah. What did you say? Beautiful shots.
He'll lose that one too.
He'll get a richer one, he will lose that too. So there is something about his father. What is that about his father? So his father seems to be, and I'm sorry that I'm guessing this much, but that might be entertaining for the people who know what's going on, who will laugh at me right now. So his father, it's 2 lines of dialogue about his father that were, one was that he felt at something, being a warlord, something like that. Or no, it was not just his father's, but it doesn't matter. It was the ancestors, which means his father as well. And then it was this again. So his father has to be incompetent in some way. I guess, because otherwise there wouldn't be the problems that they have. And it doesn't have to be the father only, because it might also be just the culture, and they try here to raise him in a different way, perhaps. I'm really going off the deep end here. I have no idea. I'm really intrigued. And I hope this dialogue is from the book, because there's good dialogue. And yeah, but otherwise, yeah, whatever. And this, we get a, so the ships look a bit like the sand crawlers from the Yawas. So they might have been inspired. I mean, the Yawas by this, because I know this is before. Or no, wait. This movie might be inspired from the sandcrawlers of the Java, and the Java might be inspired from the book. So I don't know. But this looks nice. So they are preparing for some type of ground assault, and I've been told that this planet is so important that they can't just nuke it out of the sky. And I'm curious to see what that is. And it's Josh Brolin, correct? And something I also just noticed, the jokes in this one, I consider the comment on him getting a richer planet and then losing it as a joke. It was funny to me. But it was funny because there was some truth that I felt that it was in there that I really found funny, and that was a very good joke for me, and it might not even have been a joke, but it's for the trailer, and this is one very nice, and the one from the other trailer where Jason Momoa said, "Hey, you're so skinny." I didn't like that one in that context. So this one is a lot better. And at the end, there he is, Jason Momoa. And now we jump to the desert people with the things in there. So this is an army. This is Batista, I think. And this is the slug dude. And he seems to be the villain. So he might be... so I know there are like Game of Thrones in a way. And I know that Game of Thrones is probably both based on this subconsciously at least. Perhaps, at least in the politics part, that there are several families or something like that. And I've read the covers, and you will see me read the covers in the review. So I know the other books' titles, and I know there is a bit of other religion there. At least that's what I guess from the titles. So that might also be a church person. So let's find out later what that is. And this is palm trees burning. Nasty stuff. This looked so cool. This is such great shot. Very cool. So who's this? I don't know who this is, but this is Oscar Isaacs, I think. Oscar Isaacs? But I really like his character too. There is not a single character I don't like. And I'm really looking forward to the Slag dude, because he had this menacing voice and he was a bit horrifying, and I really like that. So he looks a bit more stern, I think. So this might be later in the movie. And Jason Momoa fighting and ending bad guys here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube. This woman might be a priest, perhaps, or a psionic, and might be connected to religion and this mental stuff. And I have a theory what that mental stuff could be, but I'm not gonna tell you now here. From a scientific point of view, not from the book point of view, not what's written in the book, but that's It it's plausible. If this is 20,000 years in the future, that might be plausible. This psionic stuff, I think. Not that likely, perhaps, but it's plausible and possible, I think, if there are certain things happening. But yeah. So, yeah, he's got the suit and she's there, and now this ship's in the night. And the war. Yeah. And where is he emerging from? And yeah, this is his. In the last trailer, I thought it was the maid, but might not be the maid. Might be, I don't know who that is. But I'm curious for her as well, because she did some better stuff in the next trailer. Yeah, Jason Momoa, and he looks quite young, actually. What is that? Are those trees collapsing? I'm not sure. Cool ship. Cool shot on the yeah, oh, it's just Brolin's character. I'm so looking forward to the point where I can call them by their real names and not just Brolin. I mean, the one here is called Paul, the main character, but other than that, I don't know. Who are those? Are those dragonfly helicopters, or are those real dragonfly?
Depends on it.
Look like dragonfly helicopters, which is quite nice. Interesting idea. Yeah, and they're these pale dudes, and probably this man person is their boss or their queen. I don't know. The blood on Oscar Isaac. I don't know what he's doing there. And Beyond Fear. Interesting. What just came to my mind? This might just be a stupid line for the trailer, but it might also mean that when he put the hand in the box, it was about fear, perhaps. And I think it was fear when she told about his ancestors too, but I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, an explosion on the ground. Destiny. Yeah, Destiny, because he can see the future. So he might be able to change Destiny. This one, what is this? Is that a desert truck, or is that a ship flying through the atmosphere of a gas planet? Curious to find that out. Oh yeah, the golden sand. I saw that on the cover, and I assumed it was just art. But there was this sand, and I thought it was dust from space, like twinkly, starry nebula stuff. But it seems to be dust on this planet, and what is that dust? Yeah, so many great questions, and I can't wait to find this out. This is so interesting. And I don't even know, I never bothered to... I saw this one movie in the beginning, or I saw it in the TV guide, the other Dune movie. And if you think that's a good movie, let me know if I should watch that too. I mean, I could react to that. I mean, tomorrow. Or, no, not tomorrow, but Thursday. Today is Thursday, I'm sorry. Sunday. I'll have a week free on Sunday. I'm planning some stuff for the channel. I'm gonna do a lot of recording. But yeah, but I might react to that movie. Because it's by David Lynch, and David Lynch is one of my favorite directors, one of my top 3. But I don't know if he did this justice, because I read some comments somewhere that they did not do it justice. And Patrick Stewart's in it, and I don't know. Should I watch it? I'm only going to watch it after the books, though, yeah. So I won't record it on Sunday. I will read the books in 2 weeks. The first one. And I'll probably... If this is paying out the way I think it is, I will read all of them in 2 weeks. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, and this one here, he's a warlord here, something like that. He's grown. And there's this worm thingy, and I'm curious for that. Is that a magical worm thingy? Of course not, because I know it's science fiction, not science fantasy. But this so big, and... Is it a predator? Is it good? I mean, it seems pleasant in its interactions. That, wow, look at this thing. And as I said in the last video in the comments, I think if the gravity is a bit lower on Ariadus, I'm sorry, this desert planet, might be feasible for invertebrates to become this big. I think if I'm if I'm not completely wrong, but I could ask a colleague who's a PhD in biology. No, but she's doing one currently. So I could ask that. If you want to know that, let me know. I will ask that, and I will let you know in the review. So yeah. So the yeah, and there's the yeah. So that was it. Oh, that was it. That went by fast, quickly. And it's been 25 minutes. Oh god, I hope I didn't bore you. I hope I didn't bore you. If I did, I'm sorry. But this is interesting. And I will definitely... So I will do a book review in perhaps in 2 weeks, but it might take some time. I'm gonna write down stuff about characters, setting, lore, my thoughts on that, and what I thought about the story, theories for the next book, and stuff like that. I will write that all down, and I will put it on the screen for me, and I will just give you my free thoughts, because I don't like scripting everything. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch this movie, and I'm gonna, if it's out, and I'm gonna do a review for it, definitely. And I will also perhaps watch the David Lynch Dune movie. But it's 2 moons. Actually, I'm sorry, I just looked at the background. I think those are 2 moons. Look like moons. I think this one looks a bit like a moon. This one might even be a planet, but moons sometimes look like planets. I mean, the only difference between some moons and some planets is that the planet revolves around the sun and the moon revolves around the planet, but they might share similarities. You know, it doesn't have to be always a rocky piece of junk in space, so to speak. Might be quite, yeah. I mean, there might be life on microbiotic. I don't know the word. Life on Jupiter's moons, actually. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm planning for the future, and I'm really looking forward to this series. So if you're interested in my reaction in this and want to listen to some stupid physicist telling you what he thinks about this series. I mean, to be fair, I'm writing stuff in my free time, and I might find some tips, you know, by looking at how Herbert wrote this, and yeah. So anyway, I hope that you are still here and haven't switched this off 2 minutes in. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, consider subscribing and liking the video, because, you know, I'm a channel with 25 subscribers currently, which is quite a lot for me. I thought I would be at 16 now, and I'm not. So yeah, thanks to everyone who subscribed and supported this. And yeah, and if you have criticisms, feel free to fire off with them too, because I mean, I can't improve if I don't get criticized. That's also important for me. Never hesitate to criticize me. So anyway, I hope that you have a very happy day, a very deserty day. Don't know, and see you perhaps around soon. Bye.